And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at two of the packs for the new Dicemasters, the new Dicemasters, the DC Dicemasters. This one specifically, it doesn't mention on here, but it definitely is based on Kingdom Come. The comics, there's a big box set which I'll be taking a look at in another video later on this week, but I want to take a look at these team packs. These team packs come, each one comes with 24 cards and 16 dice. So if you want to use all the dice for the characters, you have to buy 2 and throw the cards away. Someday they'll make like a complete set of everything you need together. Someday, always, kids. But anyhow, it's enough, right, to play with. So a lot of different characters that you know and love. The big name ones, Batman and Superman and Green Lantern, are in the big set, but there's some of the cool characters in here. Let's take a look. All right, let's take a look at the cards in this set. There's in the two different sets. So there's a bunch of keywords here, and I'm kind of mind-boggled here that WizKids, like this is Intimidate, didn't bother to tell us what Intimidate does. Intimidate, basically, you can force someone else off the field. Or what Deadly, or what Fast does. Deadly means if you damage someone, they die regardless of the amount. Fast means you hit before someone else does. Which, by the way, a Deadly Fast individual, which is 2 sides of a negative man, that's pretty awesome. They have room here. There's also no rules in the cards. There's no rules in the base Justice game. You have to go online basically to find out this information. There are a lot of keywords in these. Attune, which helps you with your action dice. Boomerang. This is pretty awesome. Shazam here, this is a pretty awesome card. Boomerang lets you re-roll your action dice after you use them. So you can use them twice maybe. Aftershock is when you are destroyed. If the character is destroyed, move a die from the opponent's prep area to the use pile. And Retaliation. When they're destroyed, your opponent takes a damage. Again, this would have been good information to put on here. But let's take a look at some of the characters here. So here we have Plastic Man, a very, very basic 3 for a 2/8. It's not too bad. Or you can get him a little bit more expensive and give him Retaliation. Here, when he's blocked, he can block multiple people. And if I recall correctly, Mr. Fantastic from the Marvel Universe has the same thing. Then we have Robot Man. They didn't really work hard when they named him. When he attacks or blocks, draw dice. He can KR Justice League. When he attacks or blocks, you can change his attack or defense to be equal to that of another one of your attacking or blocking character dice. I actually like that. That's pretty neat. Beast Boy here can move your dice showing generic or question mark energy from their reserve pile to the use pile. Or when he attacks, move a sidekick die from the defending player's prep area to the use pile. I'm kind of surprised they didn't do more with his metamorphing into animals. It doesn't feel like that came out into here. Strike is one here. At least they tell us what Strike does. If you field no other characters this turn, they get +2/+2 and Overcrush. So 6/6 on her final attack for 3 with Overcrush. That's pretty powerful, but you would only attack with her. Then there's Elastic Girl. And so this one, when she blocks, goes to level 3, but she's not very powerful at level 3. And there's even a level 2 version of her that comes Aftershock. It just can't attack when it's fielded. Green Arrow. Here, when fielded, draw a die. If it's a Justice League die, do damage to target opponents. There's a lot of them here that obviously work with other dice that are out there. Hawkman has Intimidated, gets +1 attack for other Justice Leagues. When he's killed, prep a die from your bag. Here's the other negative mans. I don't think they're as cool as the one that I showed you initially, but I do like this. When he does damage to an opponent, gain life equal to his level. So it gives you 1, 2, or 3, so your opponent's going to really think twice about allowing him through. Black Adam. Oh, hate this guy. Interestingly enough, he helps characters with this symbol in their card, but the set that he comes with, he's the only person. So you're going to have to use either the cards that come in the main Justice core set or ones from the other pack. Actually, I don't think there's any from the other pack. I think they're all in the main core set. Freddie Freeman, there's a lot of stuff on his card here. You can roll a sidekick from your use pile. And basically, if you roll a regular energy, someone gets +2/+2. I like these a lot, but wow, they're random. Or this one here, if you roll an energy face, you KO someone who has that type. So they may or may not work. Mary Marvel's another person with strike, except her strike is considerably more powerful, and she's also good against villains, or she can double one non-villain. Phantom Stranger, here when he's active, your opponent dice attacks, they do 1 damage to all other opposing character dice. That's kind of neat. That's something that feels a little bit different. Here we have, oh, and he gets +1 when someone uses an action die. That's pretty cool. When you feel a character die, spin it up a level. When she's active, spin its control. When a character die spins up, its control takes 1 damage. So she'll stop other people from basically leveling up. She gets a tune, and her character dice gain a tune. So not only her, but she can spread a tune to other people. Shazam. Let's get to my favorite, well, not my favorite dice, but there's the Yellow Lantern Ring, which are kind of neat. This gives your character dice in your reserve pool Intimidate. That's kind of neat. Or if your character die blocks this turn, you re-roll it. If it's an energy face, it gets KO'd. Or, I like this one a lot, the next die you purchase costs 4 less. You want to get someone really expensive out, the Yellow Lantern Ring seems really, really handy. Then my favorite cards, possibly in the game. Some of my favorites, Atlantis. I really like Atlantis. Here when you feel a sidekick die, draw 2 dice and roll them. That's great. Move any number of dice you rolled during your roll and re-roll step from your reserve pool to your prep area. And prep a die from your bag if you roll 2 of the sides. Those are both very good. But this one I love. Draw every die in your bag. Place all the sidekick dice in your use pile. Put all the rest of the dice in your bag. Then draw and roll a die. That is so cool. Especially if you're not playing a sidekick heavy thing. You just put them all to the side, and now you're going to play with just your colored dice. How neat is that? I like this one a lot. I'll gladly put this in any of my decks. I don't care who it is. It doesn't even. I'll use Atlantis with, Spider-Man. What do I care? All right, so here's a quick look at the dice that come here. The Yellow Lantern Ring is probably my favorite. I don't know. It just has a nice colored tonage to it. They still have some dice that are a little hard to read, but nothing dramatically so. I think they're running out of color combinations at this point. The hat one, and some of these we've seen before, these different symbols at least, but they're fine and they're colorful for sure. So there you have it. More Dicemasters. It's been a while since I played Dicemasters. I mean, the last one I played was the 40K version. It's good to be back with superheroes. I really like the art in Kingdom Come. I like seeing it on these cards. I like these characters, even if I recall correctly, a lot of these characters were kind of like, hey, how's it going? And then they went off the screen. So they're there. But, I love Atlantis. What a great card. But, at this point, I feel like there's not a lot of people left here that I'm talking to who haven't played Dicemasters. If you haven't played Dicemasters, go watch my original review for it. But these are 2 pretty good team packs with a lot of things. And if you like Dicemasters, you've already probably pre-ordered them. So check it out. That is Dicemasters, Doom Patrol, and Mystics. Dice Tower Judgment approved for those who love Dicemasters already.